Hi guys, evening guys. I hope you are well. This is just a quick synopsis of the comparison video. I will be doing that. I kind of like thought to myself, I'm going to do a video comparison of the book to the series, and then I'm like, I've done a lot of versions of it, and I'm like, I can't do the whole series to the book comparison because it would take about an hour to video, and that can always go into a podcast like talk sort of thing. But I will do this. There's certain chapters that have been swapped around, chapters that got taken out of the book because, like, from the script, because I feel that, it wasn't needed. But there are Easter eggs that are in the TV show that are based from the book. So I will be doing an episode by comparing the chapters, what chapters might be in different episodes. I know that chapters 1 to 4 are based on episode 1. Chapters 5, 6, I think 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9 are all based on episode 2, I think. Yeah, so 5, 6, 7, no, 1 to 5 are basically episode 1. Then you got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which are number 2 with number 10 as well. That's episode 2. And then episode 3 is 10, 11, 12. Yeah, so 10, 11, 12. And then I think 12 and 13 are episode 4. 14, 15, 2 is basically episode 5, which is one of my favourite ones. 16, number 16 and 15 are all based on episode 6. Then you got 17, 18, 19, which is episode 7, and then you got number 20, 21 and 22, which are all based on episode 8. They've tweaked some of the who says what. So basically you got Ares, who talks about Kronos, where in actual fact it was in Olympus, and Zeus and Poseidon are sitting down on the thrones, but this one is about Percy talking about Kronos and stuff like that. He knows already. I like that change, and I will do a brief episode by episode change, and I will be talking about Easter eggs because they have used some. They put Easter eggs into the TV show and each episode where they couldn't bring it out you know. Obviously they took the lion, you know. Can I just point out animal cruelty? Like, people get complaints about, you're never going to be too happy with a story. I went into a TV show, like I went into a cinema, thought I was watching a good film, but in actual fact it was 25 minutes and I got bored. And if you know me, I'm a film buff. I love my movies. I love TV, sitting watching TV shows and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, I find TV shows and books adaptations can be like Marmite. You either love it or you hate it. You either hate the version fully, I think it didn't help when they were recording it. It was still during the time where COVID was still at large, so they probably had to narrow it down because of that, the narrative. And where people were saying, oh, it's not a faithful adaptation, I would say it is, because it's changing from a first person point of view narrative to a third person point of view narrative. But, and I'm going to say this, there are parts where you get to be in another person's point of view, and there's other parts you are Percy. It's, for instance, episode 2, you are, it starts, Percy's having a dream and stuff like that, and then he wakes up, sees like a blurred figure, which happens to be Annabeth, and they use the you drool in your sleep sort of thing, which that is point of view. You're seeing what Percy's seeing and how he's seeing it. That's why it's a faded sort of thing, which I thought was clever. And then again, you see in episode 5 where he comes out of the water and you see the arch. That is you being Percy. It's point of view. It's seeing what he's seeing and how he's seen it, and he's really awake, and it's very clear as he comes up from the water. And they do use a lot of that sort of like narrative to allow the reader to be part of it. And the things they cut from the book, I would say, is a really good outline of the writer's room and how they've really thought it through. So yeah, that's a comparison. It's going to be different. You know, would you want to be sitting through a 35 to 45 minute TV show watching Percy's point of view, or would you rather want to see it flip? So 1 minute you're seeing Percy's point of view and Annabeth's point of view, and then you're seeing other people's point of view, and you're seeing like a fly on the wall. Let's put it that way. You're like a fly on the wall watching these things happen, which I think is a really good onomatopoeia. Good way of terminology to use is, it's like you're being a fly on the wall watching all these events happen, but then it goes back to Percy's point of view, and then third person, and then obviously you're like a fourth person. You're viewing it as the viewer, and that is the whole difference. It's just people need to remember that these things different. Would you... I can't really say what other stories are first person narrative. There isn't going to be 100% adaptation from book to screen. We are getting so many people. To me, I don't really care whether it's first person, second person, third person, breaking the fourth wall, which I'll be doing that in another video. But I will be doing a breakdown of each episode, comparing each episode to the chapters. As I said earlier, the chapters are there. I would say they changed who said what in the book or in the TV show to the book, but I thought it made sense. Which, go re-watch the TV show, write down what you think the writers were planning, because I will be doing another deep dive, excuse the pun, deep dive into the writers' thoughts on how they wrote and what might have made them write the story as it is in the TV show and changed the book, and whether or not some of these phenomenal podcasters who've really spoken to the cast and the writers and stuff like that and asked why they wrote the script as it is. I'm going in a complete different direction and having my thoughts as to what went on in the writer's room. As a fellow person who's been trying to write a story, had in her head for the last 19-20 years, showing my age, I've now got a rough idea of what I want my story to go and what story, and it is a hard sort of thing. And you're on a wild ride with Percy and Annabeth and Grover and Luke, and I do like how things are progressing and the changes in the concept that Annabeth is a lot more like, she protects Percy, and she was there last episode 8, to protect Percy after throwing a dagger at Luke, for Luke to do it. And Luke isn't upset and angry about Percy, he's more feeling betrayed about Annabeth. So I will go deep dive into the characters and stuff, and that's what these videos are about. They're getting you to understand the terminology, the aspects, the characterizations, the personifications, the onomatopoeias and all that, and the iceberg effect and the narrative. So I'm going into the proper English language of the book and the TV show and stuff. So stay tuned. Follow me on YouTube, which is my YouTube, my Instagram, and my TikTok's page are at Daughter of Poseidon 1290, and my Facebook page is Christina L. Saunders, which is me. And please like, follow, comment, subscribe. I don't judge people, so what you say, please say it. I don't care. You can say it, you can think it, anything for. Don't hate me on this. This is a new page. This is new videos. and stay tuned, because I am here to stay. And if you want more lowdown on this book, I've got a video up already on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, and on my TikTok. It is long, about 20 minutes long, but yeah, please stay tuned. I'm going to clean my glasses before I watch Percy Jackson season 2, and I will, when I get back to season 1, I will be doing writing down key points from the different books, from the book, and writing it down by what chapter they're based on, and then what has been kind of like not swapped but taken out from one chapter to put in another chapter to make it an episode work, to make it flow like the sea. I don't know. There you go. There you go. Flow like the sea. So stay tuned, be happy, believe. Also, fate and love. Remember, fate and love are the most. There are the two forces that are stronger and more powerful than the will of the gods. So I've been Christina L. Saunders, daughter of Poseidon, 1290, and this has been my update of a brief comparison on the Percy Jackson series and the first Percy Jackson Olympian book, The Lightning Thief. Go and watch it now on Disney+.